I got 5. These are ones I had for over a week, so these are ones I'm gonna try to get. I'm gonna write letters to next. Meantime, I think yesterday I got a lot of. I printed out at least like 30 more, so we're gonna be doing this for a while. So right now I'm. So yesterday, or well, actually today, I put them in the mail this morning, and the mail dude took it out. I sent out this morning for Judge Judy and Drew Barrymore. And what's even cool about the Drew Barrymore is, I think she has a segment on her show where she reads fan mail. Hey, she might read it on her show, so you might hear. She might mention me. Who knows? Let's see though. But, alright. Who am I going to do next? Let's see. I'm going to do this one, because this is going to be a long one. So, this one is going out to Allison Williams from, she was in the movie Megan. And hopefully she'll come back in the sequel next year. She was also in Get Out. She was in this one movie that I actually really liked. I can't understand why it didn't. It got mixed reviews, but I thought it was freaking amazing. It was a Horizon Line. I think that's what it was called. About like her on this airplane, and like it was like her stuck on this airplane. It was so intense. That movie definitely could have gone in the theaters, but it didn't. So alright, so, because I have a lot to say when it comes to Allison Williams, so let's write a letter to her. Alright, I don't even know what to start. Oh, and I also shipped out international stuff to get signed. That was Anya Taylor-Joy from Split and Glass. She was also in Last Night in Soho. She's been in tons of stuff. Thoroughbreds was one. The Witch. Or The Vitch. Is it The Vitch or The Witch? I think it's The Witch. Sent out one to Anna Popplewell, who was Susan in the Narnia movies. And she was also in The Little Vampire. And Rupert Grint, who, of course, you know, Ron Weasley from Harry Potter. So, yeah, so this is for Allison Williams. So hopefully, you know, hopefully some of these ones will respond. I have a feeling I might get some of them back, but we'll see. You can actually look up if you ever want to write fan mail or like do autograph requests. There's always a site you can look up. I think Fan Mail Biz is a site where you can look up. I think the fan mail address is mostly where I'm getting most of the good ones from. So, alright. Gonna need to get more stamps for long. This might take me a couple minutes. What movie would you rather is better? Do you think Get Out or Megan? I think I like Megan a little better. I love Get Out though. I do like Jordan Peele. Damn, I can't even write tonight. This is what happened. Get Out. Yeah, Get Out is pretty good. See, this is what happens when you get pens from Dollar Tree. You have to, like, do this every few minutes. I usually, of course, and of course I know it is black and white. All my photos are. Reasoning for that is I do have a printer in the house, but I need to get a new one, and they're a little bit expensive from where I'm at right now. So I print them out at work. Unfortunately, it's not colored, but you know what? It's something at least. The good thing is that most of them, or some of them. I'm not gonna say all of them. I'm gonna say some of them. Most likely come back signed, so that will be a cool thing. Now, so, ew, horror movie is definitely going to be something very old, from the 80s. It changes every once in a while, but it's definitely going to have to be an 80s horror movie. It's definitely. I love, the Friday the 13th. I love the old ones, like from part 1 through 8. And I do like Jason Goes to Hell. I think my favorite one's going to have to be a Wes Craven movie called Deadly Friend that has Christy Swanson. It has the one, I can't remember his real name. He was the main character was from that show, The Little House on the Prairie. It's more of a science fiction horror movie, which finally, see if I can have oh, here it is, which Scream Factory had put out on Blu-ray a few years ago. This is the collector's edition. I've always really liked this one. I grew up with this thing. I even still have it somewhere, my old VHS that came out. When did I first watch it? Oh my goodness, I can't even remember. Probably when I was 4, I want to say. 4, so I would have been. So that would have been somewhere in like 2002. So I don't know, I've always really loved that movie. And when it comes to Wes Craven, he's one of those directors I really miss,
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. I can hear you, but I cannot see you.
You can't see me?
No.
Oh. Can you see me now?
No, I tell you what. Exit out and try re-requesting, because I cannot. I can hear you. I cannot see you. Let me. No.
Can you see me now?
I can't. What? Little Instagram.
I don't know. But anyway, I had a few questions for you. So I can tell you're a horror fan. I am too. What is your favorite Friday the 13th and why?
I really like all, except for the only ones I don't care for is Freddy vs. Jason and Jason X. My favorite
I can
one.
See.
That's also interesting. How do we know what my favorite one is? It changes. I guess the first one. I think I'll say the first one.
Yeah, I like the first one. It's kind of
Yeah.
boring for the most part, but it kind of catches up at the end. Um, but I would definitely say my favorite, and a lot of people hate me on this, but it's also, do you
Yes,
know Quentin Tarantino? Yeah, yeah. His favorite is Friday the 13th Part 5.
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
I know that gets a lot of hate, and I understand, but you gotta admit, it's better than Halloween Ends, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I
I
mean,
hated Halloween Ends. Like I didn't, I wouldn't say hate. That's a strong word, but definitely probably my least favorite Halloween out of the franchise.
yeah. What I liked about Part 5 was it was different. It had a cool twist to it. That's what I liked about it.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I like the approach they were, giving, but I didn't really like the execution as much.
Same thing
But
with
that's just me.
Jason Goes to Hell. I know it's not good. I'd rather watch that than Ends and Jason X. That was probably the goriest
Hmm.
one in the series, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I still have yet to see the new short films. Never Hike Alone. I
I've
haven't seen
seen
those yet.
the first one. I did pre-order a Blu-ray copy for Part 2.
Yeah, I still need to see part two. Um, but I think the reason why I love part five is like it does. I think it has the most kills
I
in the
think
whole
so.
franchise, doesn't it? That's like
Mm.
22 kills. So I love watching it. The Final Girls, like I'm like super big on Final Girls. Uh, I think I love them. Um, and I would say I like Pam Roberts. She's probably my favorite Final
Yeah.
Girl out of the franchise. Her scream's not her best. I'll give her that. But you got to give her credit because she was like protecting that kid the
Yeah.
entire time, you know? Yeah. But that's just my take on it. Why do you like the first one so much?
Probably because it's kind of like the beginning before Jason. It has like a cool kind of like
Yeah.
low budgetness to it.
Yeah. Like
Mm-hmm.
the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, I like that low
Yeah.
budget aesthetic. What's your favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Probably the original. That's one, of course.
Yeah, yeah. Mine
Mm.
would be the second one. I love the second one. I love the final girl in it. I think Caroline Williams did a really good job playing Stretch. I love how dramatically different the second one is
Yeah.
from the first one. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen
You've
all of
seen the
them.
second one, right? Yeah. How do you feel about the new one?
The Netflix one. Honestly,
Yeah.
I didn't think I was gonna like it because the trailer and the way Leatherface looked, but it honestly was not bad of a movie. It's not perfect, but it's
I
definitely.
actually,
It really wasn't
yeah.
bad.
I really liked it. The only thing I hated about that movie was
Oh
when
yeah,
Sally Hardesty died. I don't think they needed I don't think they needed to bring back her character. I feel like they were like trying to copy Halloween, with like bringing back the original. I don't know. I just felt bad for that character, Sally. Like she waited 50 years to kill Leatherface and then
yeah,
she died in 2 minutes. I was like, dang, that's gotta suck. But I like the final girl in the new one was okay. She wasn't really my favorite, but I definitely like the Leatherface in that one.
yeah.
He was really scary. I like the way how he runs, He only has like a short chase scene, but he's like very old, but they make him run really. I don't know, but it's really scary. I liked it. I think my favorite scene from the newest one was when the character Melody jumps over the banister onto the staircase, and then Leatherface throws a hammer at her, and she crashes
Yeah.
through the floor. I thought that was very creative. Yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, no, that's probably my third favorite Texas Chainsaw in the franchise. In fact,
Oh wow.
I'm a film student, so I'm actually trying. Yeah, I'm I'm not taking any film classes right now. I'm still getting all my other classes out the way first, but I'm saving up money to make my own movie. I have about 7,000. I know that's not that much, but it's something. You got to get started somewhere. But I love. I really want to make my own horror movie. And it's definitely like a rip-off version of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre for sure. I'm just afraid about like what the audience is going to think about it when I release it. Yeah, but I would say the title of my movie is The Boogie Boogie Mad Massacre Party. Very weird. It's very long, but I thought it would be weird. It like catches your attention.
Yeah.
It's about like I was heavily inspired by the original Texas Chainsaw. My movie. I haven't started filming it yet, but when I do, the characters are all gonna be hippies that live in a hippie bus, and they go across the country, and then they go to West Virginia, and they stumble across the rip-off version of Leatherface, pretty much. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. But that would be so super cool for me to do. I've also watched one of your other lives. I think it was with Lexi Wasser. Yeah. What do you think about Cabin Fever 2?
I actually kind of liked it. But
I love, and I actually read the original script for it too. Like the original script was completely different from the movie. It was crazy. But no, I love Cabin Fever 2. I think it's way better than the original. Would you say, or do you like the original more? Yeah, I love the original. It's a great one, but I don't know. I just personally, I think I like Cabin Fever 2 more. I thought it was more gory and the plot was cool. I don't know. I liked it. Have you ever thought about making a movie of your own?
I had written the script for a Friday the 13th, but actually 3 Friday the 13th. Yeah.
Really?
So originally, because I know the thing that's going on is requels. So I was like, okay, let's come up with a requel for this. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm surprised it hasn't happened. I know we're getting the prequel series. Originally, it was going to be a sequel to part 2. Then for a while, I was going to be part 3, and I'm like, that's it. And then I was thinking, well, everybody loves the Tommy Jarvis character. What if in the future his character can come back and fight Jason once more, or get Corey Feldman to come back and play the part. I mean, I think the fans will go crazy over it and get Kane Hodder to come back.
Yeah. I love how Tommy Jarvis was in the franchise 3 separate times, played by 3 separate actors. I thought that was weird. But no, I think that's a cool idea. Definitely. Did you have do you know what your Jason would look like?
The mask. Oh my goodness.
Jason Voorhees?
I can't believe no one has ever thought about this. So in the first one, it's going to be a regular hockey mask. But in the second movie, the second one, you can see half of his face on this one side, and the other is half of his mask with his eyeball hanging out. And then the third one, I love this one. I think it's beautiful. This one, I call it the Frankenstein Jason, because because he
Okay.
finds in the third one he finds the other half of his mask and staples it together in the middle.
Oh, that's actually really clever. I never thought about that. You should, Peyton, you should write your script out, and I think you can like actually send it into some studios, and they've made movies, horror movies off of fan mail and all kinds of that
Yeah,
stuff that
that's
got
what I've been doing
inspiration
lately.
from it.
That's what I've been doing as you were talking. I was writing a fan letter because I sent out an autograph request to Margot Robbie. I had I had her sign my
Oh, oh yeah.
I asked her if she could sign my Barbie slipcover, and totally forgot about that. I even sent it over, and it came in 2 weeks ago, and she signed it. So ever since,
Wow, that's
I've
awesome.
just
I bet that
been,
was so.
writing lots of letters, hoping to get other future autographs. So I got at least 50 more.
Yeah,
So I got a lot.
yeah. No, I do the same thing. I always get so nervous doing it though. I don't know why. I did reach out to. I sent Caroline Williams, the actress who plays Stretch. I sent her a DM. It was me saying, hey, I really like your character and all of that, and she responded to me. It was really nice. I also sent a from or I also sent a message to Melanie Kinnaman, the woman that plays
Oh,
Pam in Friday the
yes.
13th Part 5, and she was lovely. She was very sweet. And yeah, and I also sent a DM to Alexi Wasser too. But it was actually kind of at like a bad time, I think, because it was like 3 days after her father passed
Mm.
away, and I didn't know that. And she was like, "Well, I can't talk right now. I'm really sad." So, but she did acknowledge me,
So
which was
the
really sweet.
letter I was writing out, this one is going to, again, Allison Williams from
Mm-hmm.
Get Out and Megan. So,
Yeah. Oh, didn't she play the girlfriend?
yes.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't quite remember who she was, but yeah, yeah, I liked Get Out.
Yes, I
Did you
did.
like Hereditary? I like
Yes,
Hereditary. What about
I
Midsummer?
love both of those movies.
If you had to pick,
Mm.
which one do you think is better?
Hereditary. Hereditary.
I would say Hereditary too. Although I will say, when I did watch Midsummer, that part when the old couple was on top of the cliff and they jumped off, that took me completely off guard. I was shocked. That was crazy. Um, but Hereditary was really brutal, and it was the acting was great in it, especially the mother. I thought she was great. Yeah, she was my favorite. I haven't seen. I don't know if you've seen this, but I haven't seen that movie with Robert Pattinson,
Oh,
The Lighthouse.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either. Yeah, I need to see it. I think me and my friend are gonna watch it this weekend. But it's like I think it's a psychological horror movie. So I was like, yeah, I feel like I have to watch it. Psychological horror movies aren't my favorite. My favorite kind of horror movies is like a 80s, cheesy 80s slasher campy
Yeah.
movie. Those are my favorite. Yeah. It's probably because they're the most nostalgic to me. I grew up watching those kinds of horror movies when I was a kid. So yeah. But well,
It was
it
really
was
nice
really
talking with
nice
you.
talking to you, Peyton. I'm glad you accepted my memory, and I'm glad I got to ask those questions. I was thinking about asking you those questions because I know how
Oh,
big you are in the horror
thank you so
scene and how
much.
you
I
love to
really love those
talk about.
questions.
Hmm. Yeah, no, of course. Well, I hope you have a great time on your live, and
Well,
I'm gonna be
thank you,
signing
my
out.
brother.
Yep.
There you go.
All right. I'll see you later.
So, okay, so Allison Williams is done. So this one, the one now I'm writing to another Allison, but this one's Allison Pill from Scott Pilgrim. And I do believe she was also in American Horror Story. I know she was on an episode of CSI, the regular CSI. So, okay, let me just write. Let me read what I wrote to Allison first. So, to Allison Williams. So, hi, Allison. My name is Peyton Snee, and I'm a huge fan of your movies. I really enjoyed the movie Get Out. Got to see it in theaters along with the movie Megan. Both really good movies. I also really loved Horizon 9. That movie was so intense, scared me to death. I'm such a huge fan that I was hoping you could sign this 4x6 photo that is included in this envelope. You can make it out to Peyton Snee. It can also get sent back to my address. Thanks again, Allison. Lots of hugs to you, Peyton. So now we're writing one to Allison Hill. All right. Hi, Allison Hill. Well, I just wrote hi, Allison. My name is Peyton Snee, and I'm a huge fan of your movies. I really enjoyed Scott Pilgrim versus the World. It's one of my favorite comedies to watch. I'm such a huge fan, I was hoping you could sign this 4x6 photo that is included in this envelope. You can make it out to Peyton Snay. It can also get sent back to my address. Thanks again, Allison. Hugs to you. Let's do. This one is going out to Nicola Peltz from Bates Motel. She also did The Last Airbender. She did one of the Transformer movies years ago. Well, not like years ago, but probably. But, Christina was on for like a minute. All right, this one's for Nicola. All right. So this one is for Nicola. So, hi, Nicola. My name is Peyton Snay, and I'm such a huge fan of Bates Motel. It's one of my all-time favorite TV shows to watch. Just recently binge watched it. Really enjoyed rewatching them as much as I did when they first aired. I'm such a huge fan. I was hoping you could sign this 4x6 photo that is included in this envelope. You can make it out to Peyton Snay. It can also get sent back to my address. Thanks again, Nicola. Lots of hugs to you. Peyton. All right. Was able to write 3 letters in like almost 40 minutes. So, all right. So this one is going out to Jane Levy from Don't Breathe. Right. Jane is done. Hi, Jane. My name is Peyton Snow, and I'm a huge fan of Don't Breathe. It's one of my favorite horror movies to watch. I got to go see it in theaters, and I remember it made me sit on the edge of my seat. I'm also a big fan of Fun Size. I thought it was a funny movie. I'm such a huge fan that I was hoping you could sign this 4x6 photo that is included in this envelope. You can make it out to Peyton Snow and everything else I wrote. Like hugs to you and in my address. So we got 4 out of 5 done. We'll do the last one later because I'm getting tired. So thanks for joining.